What's good, mind speakers? I'm back with another video, and if you click this video, you know exactly what's going down. We're getting into what I want from your faves in 2020, Tough Love Edition. Now, I did this last year, what I want from your faves in 2019. Some of them listened, some of them didn't, some of them sank, some of them swam. You know, shit happens, whatever. We all make our choices in life, and you gotta wear that shit. However, this is about tough love, okay? This is about the things that need to be said about each one of these artists that nobody wants to say. And of course, I'm here to do it. That's my job. That's what I do on YouTube. So if you're gonna be sensitive, if you're gonna cry, if you feel like nobody can ever say anything about your fave because they're just so great in their music and their career and their eras are just so perfect, then click out of this video because this is not for that. This is about finding that one flaw and telling you to change that shit. So if you're into that, stick around. But before we do that, please make sure you like this video. This video needs more likes. We need to get our engagement up. We need to get back into the algorithm because YouTube is trying to fuck me over and I'm not gonna have it. So make sure you like this video, leave a comment, engage with me so that way we can get ourselves up, and we can keep moving. So once you've done that, let's get ready to get into this video. Let's go. First, let's start with Normani. What I want from Normani in 2020, as far as tough love, is to cut the shit. Listen here, girl. We have been more than patient. I kept telling people that I felt like people were just waiting for you to fail, and I still feel that way. But at the same time, I think we're learning a lot about Normani. And the reality of the situation is we found Normani as the part of a group. And as a part of a group, she only was responsible for 1/5 of the weight. And right now, we're only getting about 1/5 of the work. I'm telling you right now, it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why it's so hard to put out music. I said last year I felt like her team was doing too much segmenting, and I still feel that way, but now they're not even doing that. I don't understand really what's going on. We don't know who this person is, and at the end of the day, they need to capitalize off that star power. They do. People are sitting here waiting for content that's now not coming, or every time she's a part of something, it's this big label project. Like, what the fuck was that Diamond shit? That song had to have been around since the Brooke Candy era. I already killed that on this channel, but that's not my point. My point is, you can't just drop motivation and it be just motivation and cause all this stir and then nothing. The next thing she drops might not cause this much of a stir if people don't care, or it'll just reduce to, wow, Normani looks great in that new video. So here's my thing about Normani. I know people put her in the Beyonce box, and they shouldn't have done that. And I said, I too have called her Beyonce, and I'm not doing that anymore. However, there's a big difference between being put in the Beyonce box and being put in the J-Lo box. And she's about to get thrown in the J-Lo box, where it's like, you know what? Great gowns, beautiful gowns, vocals, but we like it when she moves. So whenever she decides to move, we'll just move with her. And I don't think that's where you want to be, but that's where you're going. So cut the shit. Either put out some music and show us who you are as an artist, or just dance, because we like that too. But different conversations. Your call. Next up is the Migos. What I want from the Migos in 2020 is to really try their hardest not to drop mid. However, every goddamn thing they've dropped pretty much since Culture 2 has been mid. Here's the thing. It used to be a clear delineation of the hierarchy. Quavo was the Beyonce, Offset was the Kelly, and Takeoff was the Michelle. But now, things have changed. Offset has been bodying his features. His album last year was, I mean, it came and went, but he's seen as an A-lister because of his proximity to Cardi, because of his working relationship with DaBaby. He's killed all the features he stepped on. Taste was last year, or 2 years ago. Like, Offset has killed all his features, and Quavo's just been known for being with Saweetie. He's like a less talented Sway Lee at this point. Like, he doesn't have the hot button. Whatever it is, he doesn't have it. In fact, we just saw him try to get with Pop Smoke because that was the move at the point. Like, he had to get with what was hot. Quavo ain't hot. So now you really have a situation where, because Quavo was the lead, Migos music is only gonna be seen as good as Quavo music is, and Migos music is ass because Quavo's the lead. Now, if Offset was the lead, maybe we wouldn't feel that way. But as long as Quavo's the lead, the music's gonna suck because we think Quavo sucks. So I don't really know what they have to do, but take that information how you have to take it. Let me tell you something, Quavo's ass now. So the Migos, I don't really know how you're gonna fix that, but either you guys get together and fix it as one sound, or y'all just break up. And if that happens, then Offset's fine. To me, he'll be fine. But the Migos, I think, are done. So what I want from them in 2020 is to either figure it out or go into 2021 just separate. What I want from Teyana Taylor in 2020, I don't know. Like, I don't know, like, I'm sorry. Like, I already did my Teyana video back 2 years ago when Keep That Same Energy came out. I did a Teyana in this video last year. Bottom line is, I said, as long as she's on good music, as long as she's on Def Jam, who now once again does not have a president of their label, so great. She has a whole album that's done, they're not putting it out. Instead, they put out We Got Love with fucking Lauryn Hill, who at the end of the day, we had that song, that shit leaked 2 years ago, and that's a single right now that was left on the cutting room floor of Keep That Same Energy because they probably didn't clear it in time. Teyana, okay. Like I said, How You Want It is still my song of the summer from last year. That shit's fire. Morning with Kalani was still fire. But bottom line is, if nobody works your records, what's gonna happen? You're just gonna be great into the void. And that's what it looks like Teyana's gonna do, and that's all that Def Jam and good music has to offer you. So, I mean, you can still be great, but your business is fucked up. So fix your business, or we'll have this conversation in 2021, I guess. What I want from Summer Walker in 2020. And you know what? We can throw Ari Lennox in here too. Tough skin, girls. Tough motherfucking skin. Here's the thing about Ari Lennox. Ari Lennox feels like Shea Butter Baby was boogered. Like it didn't get what it deserved. Do I agree? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think it's because in R&B, everybody wants their control moment. Everybody wants that moment where they took over the scene, where they took over the year. SZA really set a precedent of what is expected from the R&B girls in this climate. However, that was 2017. Can't even believe it was 2017. That was 2017. And even SZA can't compare what she's getting ready to do to Control, because it's not gonna be that way. Things burn out fast, and that's why hip hop has become what it's become. It's become so quick. The songs are quick, the verses are less hollow, and it is what it is because music burns out fast. But R&B hasn't caught up, and someone like Ari can spend a lot of time putting their heart and their soul into this music that at the end of the day, the wheel keeps turning, and you can spend years creating music that the wheel keeps turning. And I understand, like you feel like this was my body of work. I might not reach this again. What if I don't? What if I don't get that moment? But that's the game now. So yeah, Shea Butter Baby was boogered. But when it comes down to with Ari Lennox, and not Summer Walker so much, because Summer Walker's music hits. And it's seen differently. She's got a hip hop producer. London is a hip hop producer. It's a different thing. Shea Butter Baby and Over It were two different albums. However, they both deal too much with social media pressure. So my challenge for them in 2020 is, if you can't handle social media, get off. This is not 1992 where you could just have this career and then this personal life and not have to worry about social media. Let me tell you something. If social media is gonna be what takes you out or really distracts you from your purpose as an artist, just don't fucking do it. Just don't post, don't tweet. Get a Finsta, like have a Mystique, just literally just post what is obligatory and then go do your own thing somewhere else. But if y'all can't navigate social media as artists, and if y'all gonna take everything on, which I know is not that easy, it's easy to say, it's not that easy to do, but if you can't figure out a happy medium and it's gonna keep fucking up your bottom line, then it's time to get off. Because I'm tired of this overreaction to what people have to say. Newsflash, people always gonna have stuff to say. Go in the Shade Room comments the next time they post Meg. Everybody loves Meg, but somehow she gets hate in there. Like, it is what it is. Just calm down. Both of you. You're both great artists. You make great music. Stop being overconsumed by the opinions of the void, because every human being has the ability to say something about what the fuck you gonna do. And if you're too worried about it, it's gonna fuck your mind up. And the more people that find out about you, the less people are gonna like you. But it doesn't take that many people that like you versus don't like you for you to be successful. Way more people can hate you than love you, and you can be very successful. So just be successful, please. Next up is H.E.R. Now, I caught a lot of heat in the video that I did last year because I told her that I didn't believe shit she was saying. I told her that I found out she was only 21 years old, and I felt that her music was bullshit and her subject matter was bullshit, and she was just a music nerd growing up, and she was mirroring pain that she heard in Isley Brothers albums and Otis Redding and all these other old ass niggas that she, Smokey Robinson and shit. All the shit she studied, she was just mirroring that pain. And this year, she came out and she made music that, like 21 and Slide, that's for young people. And guess what? It worked. So everybody that killed me, give me mine, because I was right. But anyway, what I want from her in 2020, I don't know. I kind of feel like at the end of the day, she wears her hats well. She puts out her music that she knows her R&B people are just gonna go to. She drops a ballad, she'll drop a hip hop record. She just keeps creating until something hits. I feel like she's got the right idea. And I feel like a lot of people need to think about why she's doing what she's doing or how she's doing what she's doing. She snuck out a lot of records. They all speak to different groups. People catch the ones they catch, and then she creates a collective at the end of it all to run to the Grammys and collect all of their things because she's their new darling. But anyway, I don't really know. I kind of feel like as long as she keeps creating, as long as she keeps doing collabs, and as long as she keeps answering the phone for the right people, like a lot of people don't like her and Janae together. I actually really liked it. I thought H.E.R. found her happy medium. I think she can create with anyone. I think she can do that with anyone. Any fucking one. So I have nothing to say. That was my advice and she fucking took it. Good for you, girl. Keep your old soul but your young spirit. Two different things. What I want from 6ix9ine in 2020. Now, I heard he might be getting out of jail this year, so there's a very big chance that we will hear something from him. I don't know, man. I kind of feel like I want him to try it. I want him to try it because I need to see what the public is made out of. seeing what 6ix9ine does with his career is more or less about the state of our culture and not more or less about him. Like, I was a fan of his music, right? Because it was of the time, and already it's kind of old. Like, Billy is still in my gym playlist, and I'll just be like, what? Like, I don't want to hear this shit. It's already over. Like, we're already in the Fabio rest in peace pop movement. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to see 6ix9ine try it, and I want to see what we're made of. I want to see if we're gonna let it pass. I want to see if we're gonna not let it pass. I want to see why people let it pass, why they don't let it pass. I more or less want to learn about the market more so than I want to learn about him. So that's a conversation worth table, but what I want for him to do in 2020 is really just try it. Try to put something out. Try to put something out. I want him to try to put something out. I want to see him try to be a superstar. I want to see him try to move. I want to see all this try to happen. Now, granted, I don't want nobody's life at risk because we've learned that lives are very seriously at risk, okay? And I don't want him in any form of physical danger, but I want to see if he can do it. I want to see if he can pull it off. I want to see it. I really do. Because if this nigga pulls off having a career after what the fuck just went down, it's gonna be a free-for-all. What I want from SZA in 2020, I get her. I get SZA. I feel SZA. Like, I've always felt SZA. SZA's my favorite artist. You know, when SZA was coming out, I was going through really tough times in my life, and like, I just latched onto her from those first 2 mixtapes, all the way through Z, all the way through Control. Everybody that knows me knows how much I love SZA and that soul bond I have with SZA. And because of that, I'm afraid for SZA. I gotta tell you, the game is nastier. It's not what it was in 2017, and they had to pry that album, that perfect album, that classic album. If left to her volition, I don't even know if it would have ever come out. I don't know if it would have sounded like that. They took control from SZA before she was done with it. The label had to say, stop, give it to me. So with whatever she's working on now, it could be done, it could not be done. Who knows? Like, she's just this running river of creativity and life and expression, and I'm just so afraid for her because I know the way the game is now. And even if she puts so much into it, who's to say it's gonna last this long? Who's to say they're not gonna Solange her? Like, we're not gonna get Cranes in the Sky and then you get the next one and people just go meh because they don't like it because you move directions. Who's to say that it doesn't last just as long as Shea Butter Baby did? People go, wow, it's great, and it's over. Chilombo came out 2 weeks ago. Everybody's already like, okay, great, cool, boop, and they've moved on. I just want her expectations to mirror her reality and whatever she's expecting from album 2, because I'm sure the same thing's gonna have to happen. They're gonna have to give her a serious deadline, and they're gonna have to come in and take whatever she has, which I'm sure it's perfect. It's gonna be perfect to me because the music is just so honest and raw, and she has one of the best pens, and she vocally produces the fuck out of herself, which was weird seeing her in the studio with Justin Timberlake and him vocally producing her, which, okay. The Justin Timberlake record, I feel like, was cheap as hell. I feel like Justin Timberlake heard that Tame Impala record that leaked that she did, and all of a sudden was like, oh, I can make one of them funky beats, and then just kind of tried to piggy bank off of Back Together and a little bit off of the Maroon 5 record, and just tried to cross over with SZA because it was easy, right? And as SZA, you're gonna get in the studio and work with a legend. Justin Timberlake is a legend, but he needed you more than you need him. So now, let's get back to our shit, okay? Let's get off the Trolls World Tour. And yeah, let's just protect our art and our hearts, man. I'm just scared. I don't want SZA to be disappointed and to go away. I feel like she's the type to really take her coins and beat feet, and I don't want that because I really love SZA. So yeah, we're gonna try. We're just gonna try. Please try. What I want from DaBaby in 2020 is to keep your fucking hands to yourself. He's about timeout sized anyway. I'm surprised every time he looks like he's about to slap somebody that somebody doesn't come out of the woodwork and put him in a corner and make him stand there and count till 356. Like, at some point, I want, like, somebody's gotta come in. Like, who do we need? Super Nanny? Does she need to put him on that step and let him throw a tantrum every time he puts it? DaBaby! I understand everybody's trying to give him the PTSD angle because of what happened. Never been through nothing like it, okay? I haven't had to kill somebody in self-defense in Walmart. Haven't had people run up in my house. None of that has happened. But DaBaby now has choices. And your choices are to go get therapy to deal with your PTSD, or to keep your hands to yourself, or to stop doing appearances where people are gonna be so close to you, or to hire more security. Your choice is never to smack the shit out of fans. It's one thing when that guy runs up on your daughter, to reach into a crowd where people have come to see you and to smack the shit out of anyone, male or female, and then to find out it's a woman. There's more than one problem here. And people aren't gonna give a shit how good the music is if you keep smacking the shit out of fans. One thing that DaBaby has to realize is men love rap, but there's plenty of rap that's only adored by men. and it ain't that popular. DaBaby is DaBaby because women said so. It's a pop thing, it's completely different. But if DaBaby wants to be an act that is solely enjoyed by men because people can't seem to understand why he can't keep his hands to himself, then that's fine, but that success do not look the same. So if I were you, I'd start making amends and keeping my hands in my fucking pockets. He needs a headset mic and he needs to walk out like, I wanted some shit with some bop in it, let's go. Keep your hands to your goddamn self. What I want from Sabrina Claudio in 2020. I want Sabrina Claudio to be less apologetic. To be completely honest, I'm tired. I'm tired of Sabrina Claudio acting like the projects haven't been fire. Now she's put out 2 fantastic projects that people have been allowed to out of sight, out of mind. Last year's album was called Truth Is, and on that she has Truth Is, Rumors, On My Shoulders, Me and Her, As Long As You're Asleep, Problem With You, and Holding the Gun. Those are all better than all the R&B we're always talking about. And I'm not afraid to say it, I'm not sorry to say it. It is what it is, we know what happened. The girl creates great art. So if you want to continue penalizing her, that's fine, but that's a personal decision. I need Sabrina to stop moving like she's sorry. You apologized, and you apologized badly the first time, but you've got it right since, and you're creating since, and the music is fire. Step into the light. Whoever like you, whoever don't. But there's way too much mid out here for you to keep acting shy with your real talent. Join the ranks, find Sinead Harnett, see which one of the black girls want to work with you. If not, that's fine. She did that song with H.E.R, That's Why I Love You. People got mad, don't care. She did that song with Gallant, I'll Compromise With You. She's working, and the music is fucking good. Often, like really often. So if that means you gotta be my problematic fave, that's fine, but do it in the light. Stop being great in the shadows. Be omnipresent. You need more of a budget? That's fine, go get it. I don't really know what to say, but you gotta get out here and get out here fast because she's killing it. What I want from Megan Thee Stallion in 2020, more. Sugar came out, Sugar's great. You know, people have problems with Sugar. I think that Megan keeps giving these tastes of who Megan is and then just shows us over and over again. She kills every video. She looks amazing. The music is good. If Meg continues to do what she does into the summer, we're gonna be fine. She's gonna be fine. I do want an album, but I'm almost, after getting Sugar, not in a rush for an album. I think an album don't need to come till September, October. She don't need to do anything till late 3rd, early 4th quarter now. I would like to see a Meg album, but if it's not gonna be a little bit different than Sugar, if it's not gonna give me more, if it's not gonna be more expensive, if the features aren't gonna get more risky, if we're not gonna do certain things like that, if she's not really gonna experiment and try to create an era, then don't do it. Just keep being Meg. But I would love to see Meg in a fully realized an era. Like, what's the flavor? What are we doing? What does it look like? What is this world she's trying to create? Right now, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, it's just that. I want to see her really step into the lane of, I'm making a pop era. Kind of like how Doja is. It doesn't have to be pop music, but make an era and let us see what's going on. That's good for Meg. Make a fully realized era. Give me the Pink Friday. Not the content, but give me the era. Let me see it. What I want from Frank Ocean in 2020 is I want Frank Ocean to cash in the potential card. I want Frank Ocean to put that card of potential, that card that we've all given him from Nostalgia Ultra and for Pieces of Channel Orange, all that he's earned from that early Hove cosign, all that Frank Ocean has earned, all that he's got sitting on his plate that's just been sitting there, this potential card that we talk about with Party Next Door, how everybody goes, he's gonna be so great one day. I want the day to be in 2020 or else he gives it away. I want Frank Ocean to create that next album. I want Frank Ocean to create that next shit. I want Frank Ocean to prove to us that he is who we thought he would be right now. Because if you're not, and the mid is the new, then we gonna take that shit right off your name. I'm done. I'm tired of keep holding on to this dream of who Frank might be, what might go down. Listen here, Frank, I love fucking Nostalgia Ultra. It's not one of my favorite mixtapes of all time. It's one of my favorite collections of music of all time. It goes like Thriller, and then it's right there. Like, it's like, it doesn't get any better than that. And you can't get any other higher honor for that. That's my coming of age music right now. I became who I am to that music. So Frank has a stitch in my heart as to who I am and what I like, and it was all a pivotal era for me. However, I have not felt that way about Frank really since that album dropped. I didn't feel that way about all of Channel Orange, just pieces of it. So, Frank, I want for you to take the potential seriously, because this is the last year you're getting it from me, because if not, you'll be that girl that had that one album. And Lauryn Hill does great, and that's completely fine. But for me personally, I'm giving you an ultimatum. Give me what I've been asking for, earn what I've been giving you for the past almost 10 years, or get the fuck out. Your call. What I want from Tinashe in 2020. Now, we had a very different conversation about Tinashe last year because she was really struggling. We didn't know what was happening, what was going on with the music, what was going on. We didn't know. And Songs for You came out, flawless. Flawless, man. And I am so proud of Tinashe. Tinashe did what she was supposed to do. Bet on herself. And this is what I've been telling Normani. These big label projects and all this shit, all this money that's spent, they don't always know what you need to be given. Tinashe had plenty of people trying to tell her what she needed to give to be successful. And look what she did. Nothing other than what she wanted to, and it worked out. However, back to the Ari Lennox side of things, this music takes a while, it takes time. And Tinashe is not signed. So the songs were promoted, everything was promoted for as long as she could afford, but there's no Spotify billboard. She comes off the playlists fast, she comes off the front page fast, and so the music gets buried. Tinashe, if she's not gonna sign to a label that's gonna keep her up here, she needs to release more music. And it's gotta be more hot music. And it doesn't need to be albums, because people are gonna go, oh my God, it's a new Tinashe album. She's gonna need a new hot single before July, I'd say, to keep her out there. You gotta stay out there, stay in the algorithm, stay up here, because she's not signed. And they're gonna put out new music, it's just gonna fold over Songs for You. It's just gonna pile on top of it, and people will forget it, some will remember it, some will remember pieces, but it's not gonna rank because it's just not paid for. And that sucks, but that's the way it goes. So she's gotta create past what other people pay for, or else it's just gonna get lost and it'll just be, oh, remember that Tinashe album? Yeah, that shit was dope. What happened to that girl? And we don't want that. So, great album though. Great album. The industry's fucked up, not the art. Doja Cat. Doja Cat. What I want from Doja Cat in 2020. Now, Doja Cat, I still can't believe that Doja Cat is Doja Cat. Like, those of us who knew Doja Cat back when Doja Cat was doing so high and back when she was only on SoundCloud and like mixing I don't want no sleep because of y'all not really no sleep because of me into actual songs. She had this song called Up back in the day that literally samples Tinashe banging pots and pans. Like, she's a psycho and has always been a psycho. So I cannot believe that Doja Cat is the #2 statistically female rapper in the game. I am gagged. I am shocked, but that is good, and that's for everybody to know. Everybody starts somewhere. Keep believing in your art. Keep transitioning. Don't be afraid to grow. Don't be afraid to try other things, because at the core of it, Doja's rapping the same way she's always been rapping, but she hasn't been afraid to elevate. It's just all worked out. But the problem, everybody's now finding out that Doja Cat is signed to Dr. Luke. Now, those of you who don't know who Dr. Luke is responsible for a lot of the pop music that we grew up on. Kesha, Katy Perry, some Nicki Minaj. I'm drawing a blank on all that he's done. Google's free, do your shit. Anyway, he's responsible for a lot of the music. However, he had this very popular bad rape charge against Kesha. I don't really know much about it. I don't want to spread misinformation, but I do know that Dr. Luke is somebody that really we should not be championing. And so he has switched his name to keep working. I heard that he is behind Work From Home by Fifth Harmony. However, he's gotten his hands on Doja Cat. So for those of us who knew Doja Cat, we're like, what happened? Because this is very much still Doja Cat, but somebody dropped the chemical X in the pot and now it's fucking working. Dr. Luke is the chemical X. Because regardless of what he's done and the horrible things that people know about him, a lot of very horrible people are very talented, and we need to be able to say that. Bad people be talented every day. Sick people be talented every day. Artists be mentally the fuck ill every day. And Dr. Luke is no exception. So now we've got this poppin' era with Doja Cat, who seems to have mastered it. But we know why. So what do? As this situation grows, Doja Cat is going to have to address it. I would like for her to address it. I would like for her to address it one time. I would like for her to address his contribution to the music, if any, if at all. But the reality of the situation is this music is fire, and it ain't been this fire since the last time we've heard Dr. Luke. Because Doja Cat, more than she's a female rapper, she's a fucking pop star now, and I wonder how fast that happened. Normani wishes she could get her hands on an era like Doja Cat is having. All the pop girls wish. They're like, what the fuck is going on? The fully realized concepts, the music, everything seems to be right, and Doja Cat just rapping in the middle of it. You wanna know why? Because there's a genius at the back of that fucking boat. There's a genius at the wheel, and he's a monster. And now we all have to figure out what we're gonna do with that. So what I would like for Doja Cat to do is to preemptively get ahead of it before Me Too does, because you're still a black woman and they're gonna cancel the fuck out of you if they figure out that you were complicit in that. So start to separate yourself for the money. Great music though. What I want from Cardi B in 2020. I know exactly what's going down. I feel like she wants more out of her deal. I'm gonna keep saying that. I've been saying that for over a year. The next single is ready. Atlantic has the next era. everything is written. You can't tell me that they don't, because everybody's ready to dress these girls up and to make more money. Everything has got to be ready. The problem is the money. Now, maybe she's recorded it, maybe everything is done. I'm telling you, there's something about the business that's not right, because there's nothing that Cardi B loves more than money, and she would definitely get out and make the money. But the business ain't right. So what I want from Cardi to do is to, yes, renegotiate the fuck out of that contract. I don't feel like there's a rush to participate right now. You know, I really want Cardi music because I want to see her compete. I want to see if she can get out there and if she can create with Meg and Doja. Because Meg is rapping better than Cardi, and Doja is pop starring better than Cardi. And she raps better than Cardi, but you know what I mean. So now, I need to know where she fits. I need to know how she maneuvers. I want to know what market she serves. Now is not the time to take time off. But that's for my own ego. I just want to see what happens. I want to see the market. I believe that Cardi is worth way more than that deal that she signed. Because if you look it up, because it became public information when she sued that manager and then signed with QC, that they signed her to a 360 deal, and they take touring. They take a percentage of all outside ventures. Things that she does that have nothing to do with music. Atlantic has seen Fashion Nova money. Atlantic has seen Hustlers money. They put their hands in everything that she owns, because in their mind, she became Cardi B because of the money they put into all the promo that they did Bodak Yellow time. They want to cash in now. And I believe that she wants their hands out of her money. Bad deal. But she doesn't want to call it that because that doesn't look good, especially right now. But I believe that bad deal is a lot of the reason why we're not getting Cardi music. So what I want her to do is to take her time renegotiating that deal. That's way more important than this shit. We do need a single, but honestly, if I were her manager, I would really just be trying to get the lawyers to get her to renegotiate the fuck out of that deal. Because I'm sure she's worth a lot of money, but I think now that she has a lot of money, she knows how much money she should have. And don't get me wrong, she's very, very, very rich, but she should be wealthy as fuck. And I think she's realizing that. But yeah, renegotiate that shit. Fuck that. Get your money. What I want from the Avon lady in 2020. From the Avon lady that also sells lingerie. I think her name is Robin Fenty. She sells a lot of makeup and lingerie. What I want from Miss Robin Fenty, Rihanna, is to cut the shit. I've been saying this, the same thing about Ari Lennox. I said the same thing about everybody that takes too long to cook. The music's gonna come and it's gonna go. People move on fast. And I know Rihanna is a different type of an artist, right? Rihanna is a superstar of an artist where when she puts out music, it lingers, people really want it, right? We think. I don't know. And I feel like her team or whatever's going on over there, they're feeling the pressure, not about the quality of the music, because we all know Rihanna has bangers. Rihanna has iconic music sitting in that stash. Like, there are things that Rihanna's holding on to that are gonna impact our lives. They're gonna be the songs that people make babies to. They're gonna be the songs that people raise babies to. They're gonna be the songs that people meet their love of their lives to. And Rihanna has our moments in her hard drive. But the problem, and I believe the reason why they're not moving forward with anything, is because they don't know what works. And they are so preoccupied on putting together what is the next thing that's going to work. Whatever it is, it has to work. Like, it can't flop, it has to work. And my thing is, we don't know what works. You just have to hope that you work. I think that whatever Rihanna does is going to work because Rihanna works. Like, yeah, it's Rihanna. You're fucking Rihanna. Like, Rihanna works. It is what it is. Whatever the Rihanna brand is, it works. So my thing with Rihanna is like, yeah, of course. Nobody wants to take that era where they don't do as well. Nobody wants to have that queen era. Nobody wants their crown to be knocked off their head. No one wants to be seen as having a flop. It's like a black mark on your permanent record. And so it's causing the people who really do this music shit for real to have this paralysis by analysis. Like, I don't want to flop on my record. I don't do that. But just have confidence, Rihanna, like you're fucking Rihanna. Rihanna could throw out any 12 of those songs, and I'm telling you, they're fire. It is what it is. Because unlike Doja Cat, where I said that I think Dr. Luke is the chemical X, Rihanna's the fucking chemical X. She just needs the art. Rihanna's the chemical X. Somebody write them damn songs and let her feel like, can I sing that? Let me see. me. And then she just sings it. Rihanna's the fucking X factor. Whatever she touches turns to gold. So she just needs to fucking touch it. Just touch the music, girl, we're waiting. We don't have to have an album, but I mean like a single, a Lucy, anything. I just love to hear from Rihanna. I'd love to hear what music sounds like to Rihanna as she's grown. I would love to hear what a love song sounds like to Rihanna after she's broken up. I want another Cold Case Love. I want another, what's that song? Baby, when we first met, Rehab. With Justin Timberlake, of course. But yeah, I want one of those. What I want from Nicki Minaj in 2020, which last year, she actually really did take a lot of my advice. I think I told her to gut that team. If I didn't, I told her at one point to gut that fucking team. Because what they did to Queen was a disgrace. And now she understands. As the industry changes, you need to be with people who know how to move. And I do not think that her team at that time was moving with the industry. I felt like they were used to doing one thing and it working and they didn't want to do anything else. But I also feel like Republic has that problem because they're not doing a good job with marketing their artists that need any more than just their name, their superstar name. They don't know what to do with Kiana Lede and Rich the Kid and everybody else, the Cash Doll, and everybody else that they have signed. They have no idea what they're doing with anyone who can't just tweet and get 100,000 retweets. They don't know. However, I said I wanted Nicki working with an executive producer and she went out and got one for the album. Now, we don't know who that is. I think it might be DaBaby's producer, Pooh Beats, who produced Yikes. But we will see. But what I want from Nicki in 2020 is, I would say two things. Try to rap with more girls. Try to be knowledgeable about the girls. Like, I know Nicki doesn't want to really do that, but I do want her to try to work with more of these girls because there are so many girls doing so many different things. I want to see her rap with H.E.R. Whack. I want to see her take that on. I want to see her do it. I want to see her rap with Rhapsody. I want to see her do it. I want it on the album. I want to see her take on the girls that everybody goes like they rap. I want to see her separate the girls who do one thing from the girls who rap. And I feel like she is the avatar. She's got fire, earth, wind, and air, and water. She's got everything, right? She can do all the things. She can do the pop girl thing. She can do the thought thing. She can do all those things. I would love to see her rap with the girls people say she can't rap with. Rap with Young M.A. Let me see it. Like, show everybody that you are really ill, right? Because we know you can rap with Mulatto and Saweetie. Like, I don't really care about those, but I want her to rap with girls who people think are her competition and form sisterhoods with them. I like that. And another thing, I feel like everybody keeps blaming Nicki for the actions of people surrounded by her, whether it be her husband, whether it be her brother. And in my mind, there's nothing you can do about that. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, that's not her fault, and the media's gonna pick up what they're gonna pick up. However, the husband thing, she has to decide what she wants from it. You saying your husband is not a public figure, but you make him a public figure. Like, when you put him on your Instagram every 5 seconds, you make him a public figure. So it's kind of like, there's nothing stopping her from having this happy relationship at home and doing the Nicki Minaj thing in public, but for some reason she wants to post him, so it's like you're looking for acceptance. But now that you've looked for that acceptance for this man, now everything he does becomes news because he's attached to you, and you're one of the biggest stars in the world, you're the queen of motherfucking hip hop, and yeah, now he's a star, and so everything that goes down is gonna happen on big media. So, two choices. Either you have him in the spotlight and deal with what the repercussions are from him being in the spotlight, which, you know, is fine for me because I don't really give a shit, you know what I mean? Like, I've heard a couple different things about the cases. I don't know what to say. At some point, I don't care because I don't stand Kenneth Petty, I stand Nicki Minaj. But my point to you is there will be repercussions from that. And if you could take those for your brand, take them. Like, that's fine. However, you don't get to over-involve him in your brand and not be affected by it. Like, people are gonna have opinions on him if you wanna keep putting him in the videos and all your Instagram captions and posts. And if he has to color block an outfit that matches each one of your outfits with numerous colors, then that's, you know, what's gonna happen. People are gonna have opinions, and then you're gonna have to deal with whatever happens from them. But you don't get to avoid the repercussions of standing next to him. If you're gonna stand next to him, then stand next to him. But people are gonna have an opinion, and you can't give a shit about it if you choose that. Like, either way, we gotta get the music, we gotta get the eras. We can't have this be the epicenter of what's going on. I don't want any more of this, like, Kenneth Petty is not the dad of the Barbs. Like, and a lot of that is the fact that Nicki over-involves him in the brand. So, in 2020, keep him out of the brand. In my opinion, if you can't control what's going on and if Kanye's name's gonna be tossed around with all this sex offender stuff and have Wendy on TV, you can totally have your husband, but he does not need to be in the spotlight. Unless you want him there, and then that you will have to deal with. But in my mind, he doesn't have to be. If he wants to be a pedestrian, let him be one. He don't have an Instagram, that's fine, let him be one. But if he wants one, then that's a different story. But none of this I don't think is your fault. I think the music is gonna be great. I think Yikes is great. I think personally, everything is fine with Nicki. I think it's just people really, really, really want her to be responsible for the actions of these other people that I just know she can't control. So my thing is, the way you control the backlash is to just separate it. Still have a personal life, come back when you're ready to sell us something, we'll buy it and then go away. Because who cares? Last but not least, we have Queen Mother herself, the legend, the icon. What I want from Beyonce in 2020. I gotta keep it real with y'all. The Lion King, The Gift was not a Beyonce album, and I do not accept, I actually reject. It was a great experimental measure. The Lion King was great. You know, she played a great Nala-ish. Because I kind of felt like it was a little bit too Beyonce. Like, when you're doing voiceover work, you need to express, you know, you need to go really high and really low. Like, you need to be able to inflect. And Beyonce just kind of was giving me very, Simba, that is so crazy. And like, yeah, that's too flat, Beyonce. And we know, Beyonce, all right, okay. Moving on. My point is, the star of Beyonce's participation in The Lion King was not the voiceover work, it was The Lion King, The Gift. Great album, loved Beyonce's love for Afrobeat and African cultures. It was world music. And I think that the album got boogered because it's world music. and because it's a soundtrack, so it's hard. However, I want a Beyonce album. I want a full era. I don't necessarily want it to be a visual album. I want to see Beyonce do a regular rollout. No, I don't. Here's the deal. I don't know. I don't know if I get another visual album, will I be bored? Like, will it be like, oh, this is all the Beyonce shit we're getting at once? Because every time Beyonce drops something off, she never drop feeding us anything. She's dropping all the songs, all the videos. You watch it like a movie, and then you don't see her again for another 3 years. And I kind of want to be walked through the Beyonce world. I don't want to just be thrown into it, but I know that's what she's gonna do. However, the content of the music, I want it to match the visual art. Because lately I felt like with Lemonade, a lot of Lemonade worked best in the context of the movie. Now I want the music to be the star of the show. I want the videos to play the back. I want it to be more of like a 4 era. And I want Beyonce to step back into R&B. R&B is booming again. You got these girls, these young girls like Summer Walker singing all these ballads like Playing Games and all these great ballads that we really love. You got Snow Allegra giving Whoa, and it's great R&B. However, Beyonce, you were first. Beyonce gave us Rather Be With You as a kid. So I want to hear more R&B from Beyonce. I want to see her actually work with Solange. I want to see them combine it. I want to see them Chloe and Halle. Like, I think that'll be really cool. Like, I want to see Beyonce really embrace R&B. Give us the pop diva stuff maybe once or twice, but really embrace that R&B. Give us more Rockets, more All Night. All the stuff that you know your core really loves, hand it over. Like, we're ready. We want Me, Myself, and I's, and the game has come back to where Beyonce started, and I would really love to see her just kill it in that lane. Freakum dress, green light, leave it. We love it, but it's gone. Now let's get back into the R&B and show the girls who you are. Anyway, y'all, that's it for this video as to what I want from your faves in 2020 Tough Love Edition. I hope the love was tough enough. If it wasn't, oh well, too bad. I know I left some artists out. By the time you guys see this, I probably will have edited half these artists out because this video was way too long. But if you guys have anybody else you want me to do this for, list them down below. I will totally do another one because this has become an ordeal. And let me know how you feel about what I want from them in 2020. I don't know. Tell me what you want from these faves in 2020. Let's all talk about it because we've got a whole lot of year left, providing the corona doesn't wipe us all out. So let's just hope that. Anyway, you know where to find me. I'll be in the comments. Let's talk. And as usual, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If not, suck a dick, and I'll be seeing you guys later. Deuce.